The U.S. state of Minnesota is rocked by another fatal shooting this month. A U.S. citizen has been shot and killed by Homeland Security agents in Minneapolis. This has triggered more protests and fierce outrage from a city already shaken by the Trump administration's immigration crackdown and a surge of ICE agents. The victim has been identified as Alex Jeffrey Pretty. He was an intensive care unit nurse and a U.S. citizen. At 9:03 a.m. local time on the 24th of January, the Minneapolis police received a report of shooting involving federal law enforcement. Pretty had multiple gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead when he was transported to a local hospital. Videos of the harrowing incident have gone viral. In a video recorded by an eyewitness, Pretty can be seen holding up his phone, apparently filming an agent interacting with two women on the street. Moments later, the agent can be seen shoving the woman to the ground. Pretty steps in between the agent and the woman who had fallen. He is then sprayed with what appears to be a chemical irritant and is then shoved by an agent as another enforcer approaches. Pretty and the woman on the ground are separated by the agents, and Pretty is held. One agent can be seen drawing his gun. A shot rings out, then three more in quick succession.
Honestly!
While this as Pretty lies on the ground, Pretty is not the first person to be shot and killed by federal agents in Minneapolis this month. Pretty's death follows the fatal shooting of Renee Nicole Good on the 7th of January. She was killed by an Immigration and Customs Enforcement or ICE officer. A third person was shot in the leg on the 14th of January, but he survived. Pretty's killing has sparked fierce protests. It has also led to condemnations from local leaders. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security has characterized the incident as an attack and called the nurse a terrorist. Listen to what Kristi Noem had to say.
Please move towards that.
The officers attempted to disarm this individual, but the armed suspect reacted violently. Fearing for his life and for the lives of his fellow officers around him, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics were on the scene immediately and attempted to deliver medical aid to the subject, but he was pronounced dead at the scene.
However, bystander videos from the scene show that 37-year-old Alex Pretty was holding a phone in his hand and not a gun. He did have a licensed firearm on his person, but it was holstered. He did not draw his weapon. Pretty was seen trying to help the woman who was pushed to the ground by agents. As people protested the horrific shooting, Minneapolis police and state troopers arrived to manage the crowd. Agents confronted the crowd using tear gas and flashbangs. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has demanded that state authorities lead the investigation into Pretty's killing, and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey asked how many more Americans need to die, as he pleaded with U.S. President Donald Trump to halt ICE operations in Minneapolis.